Hey everyone, it's Miss Patricia looking orange. I don't know what's the matter with the filter, but at any rate, we're in the backyard. I have a few things to do. Hello, hello, hello. Let me see what's going on with this. So, I have a few things to do back here, and look at the mullen so far. Let me see. Go right. Let's take a look over there. Look at that mullen and look at that sunflower. I don't know. That one's definitely taller than me over there. This one is pretty close. Let's go take a look. This one is here. And this one is over my head. So, hey everyone, let me get some things done. I don't know why I'm looking orange. I'm feeling like Trump right now, but at any rate, let me get some things done real quick here. It's pretty hot out here in Texas today. So let me get some things done, and I want to show you a surprise. Maybe. We'll see what happens. How are you? How are you? Give me a second. Hello, hello. Let's see. Hey, hello. Look at this beautiful. Let's go this way. Look at this beautiful, beautiful dandelion oil that I made for salves. Look at the beautiful green. Beautiful. So I started this on April 3rd, and look at this green. This is all medicine. So what I did was I took the dandelions, just the dandelion flower and the stem, and you can see it down here. But I never cut it, so it all macerated, and you can see how beautiful it is. So you can strain this, and you can make your salves with it. Look at that, beautiful. So that's that. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. So we are past 6 weeks. And so now I'll probably make some salves. I might even do a giveaway. We'll see. So we have that. Then I have to show you something. If you've been here before and or you've watched my videos, you will see. How many of you buy this at the supermarket? Let me put my glasses on so I can say hi to some of you guys. Hi, Willie Green and Kevin and Catherine. So, how many of you have bought this in the supermarket? Oregano, right? You can grow these. Now, let me show you something. I've done this video already, so I won't go off into detail. So you take these, as many as you want, and you strip off the bottom layer. So when you put them in water, there's no leaves in the water. Now watch the actual plant. I did this one. There's no leaves in the water. Now watch the actual plant. I did this one over, and let's take a look at the actual plant. This came from this in your supermarket, okay? So you take these, put them in water till they get roots, and then you put them in a pot. This one has mint. Here's the sage, and the oregano is tucked in here. It's a mini spice plant. So you can give this away or you can keep it in your garden. It'll get as big as you want it to be. So that is straight from here. Grow roots first, then you put it in a pot. So that's what I've been working on. In addition, I'm looking a mess here, Isaac and Flam. In addition to that, you can take the vines when you're trimming them. You can make these little gazebos for the plants that need shade. So the garden has increased. Right now we have rue, spelled R-U-E over there, skullcap, German sage, echinacea peeking back there, sunflowers. Look at this beautiful head. Look at this. Is that gorgeous? I planted that on April 1st. Look at how big it is from April 1st. It's supposed to grow up to 16 feet. It's getting there pretty quick. This is only a month. There's a wasp on it. And so that's the mullein. While we're talking about the mullein, let me explain to you that when you look on these channels, Hi, Luz, and Nina, and Jared, and Hope, when you're on YouTube and you're looking at these different content creators and they tell you, hi Maria, that this is the second year mullein. Let me show you what the difference is. So these mullein all came from North Carolina. I'm sure I said it in another video. Now, if you see these 3 little babies, those are not 2-year mullein. Technically they are, but I kept cutting them. So if I didn't mow the lawn, I had to extend the lawn. But if I had not mowed the lawn, they would be big like that one. Look at how big this is. Look at this leaf alone. This one, they would be big like that one. Look at how big this is. Look at this leaf alone. This one leaf is more than a month of medicine. Now, you can do earache medicine with the flower buds. Once this makes flowers and the buds, I'll have over 700 seeds per bud. So this is a 2-year flower. This is a 2-year flower. These are all came from 3 branches that my daughter brought from North Carolina. And so what I'm going to do, hi Fisher, hi Betty, hi Hayden. I think I will do a giveaway. Look at this mullein. I might do a giveaway. Let me see, this camera is moving too much. How would you like some fresh mullein? 12 leaves. And this is medicine, fresh. As you could see behind me, these came from there. There's 12 of them. Now they would have to be dehydrated because I can't ship them fresh like this or else they'll mold in the packaging. But this is the size of the leaf. Once they dry out, they do shrivel down. Hi Sandra and Cecilia. So that's for the mullein. We'll see. If you stick to the end, I'm here for an hour. If you stay to the end, maybe you can win this whole batch of mullein, fresh mullein. But you would have to tap the screen and show your participation in order to win this, because I'm going to ask a question at the end, and if you stick to the end and you answer the question, I will ship this out to you. Okay? So that's what you will win, all of this. This is for asthma, respiratory, anything in your lungs, your chest, congestion, all of that. And we'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a little baby one. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, lucky 13 leaves. Who would like to win this? Free medicine? Come on. All you gotta do is be in the United States. And I'm picking just one winner at the end for this mullein. I'm just crushing some eggshells for this area. Now, the same way that I did uh, the sage. Oh, okay. I have a flash goal, folks. Let's see what's there. I have 15 minutes to get, I don't see what the, oh, 3 gifters, crystal dreams tiara. I need 3 tiaras, folks. So the same way that I germinated the oregano and the sage, I'm germinating the roses. Now, if you could see right here, they've already started to grow. Hi, Lila. Hi, Yanni Williams. Thank you, CR7, for liking the live. You see right here, the little buds. So we can have an entire rose garden. Okay, thank you for the follow, Yanni. We can have an entire rose garden just with this from Mother's Day, folks. This is from Mother's Day. I took off the flower top. I cut this on an angle. I only left a little bit of leaves because, thank you, the leaves provide the food and everything to the plant. So this is, I don't know if you can see me clear. So for the roses, not all flowers can do this. Some flowers are more sensitive, but for the rose specifically, you're going to cut off the flower on an angle. See, it's on an angle. You're going to leave some leaves, okay? Because they need to be fed through the leaves. So you need at least 2 good leaves, not sickly. Then the bottom, you're going to cut it on an angle again. And then you're going to bruise it a little bit with your scissor. As you can see, I scraped some. So if you scrape it, then you're going to put it in water, okay? And I already have those little buds. Those are new. If you could see those little buds, let's see. See the little buds there? Some on that side and some on that side. Very, very simple. I've done it before, and it's not hard to do. So that's the other project that you can do. And so now that my dandelion is so rich, look at this, watch. Look at that. That's all the petals. Okay? Folks, I need 3 tiaras. I have 15 minutes left. If you can hit 3 of those crystal tiaras, that would be terrific. And we have a gift at the end, a free giveaway. So you're going to leave all of those things in your windowsill, or you can put them outside in the garden. It's okay if they're outside. Now, because I have some new things here, if you see all those little jars against the wall, let me stop this thing from rotating. This thing is driving me cuckoo. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn that off. Here in Texas, it gets extremely hot, but you have to learn how to give shelter to the plants that need shelter from the sun. Like right down here, this is all of my chamomile. Now, yesterday we had a good drenching. This whole pot was filled with little babies, as you could see them. I'm down to 3 just from the heat. So that's a plant I'm gonna relocate because I really want chamomile in this garden. I'm gonna take this I'm gonna hide it in the shade. I had to put that plant in the shade. I love chamomile tea. Chamomile is very good for calming if a person has anxiety. There's a lot of medicinal uses for the chamomile, but right now I'm just thinking of anxiety, relaxation, to go to sleep, and things like that. But let me put my glasses back on. Then I'm going to show you the other little food section. Let's go to the food area over there. So here it says meds. Everything in this area, even though I expanded it, is all medicine except for the sunflowers. Sunflowers, kids like the seeds. This is strictly all medicine. So then I made that little weird covering over there for the sage because the sage and the mint are a little heat sensitive. Now, let's go to the food area. Thank you for liking the live. You want to visit here? You want to visit Texas? I'm in the DFW area. And I don't give my exact location, obviously, for safety. But it's nice. I'm originally a New Yorker, but I came out here during COVID. And I fell in love with this particular city that I'm in. So I might park here, although I have land in Florida to make an entire food forest. But Texas is nice. You can get a nice hotel at the State Bridge Hotel. It's very nice. And they have little kitchenettes. You can stay in there for a couple of days. They have the Hawaiian Falls. Florida is gorgeous. Love, love, love Florida. The land that I bought is a little bit below Jacksonville. It's not in Jacksonville. It's in Putnam County. But it is something that I've been wanting to do is create this whole thing, but on a larger scale, make a real food forest with a couple of little tiny cabins for visitors to go and stay. So let's look at the food area. Back there I have spinach. I just put them in Saturday. So I covered them so they could stay moist and it doesn't dry out. That's my chamomile. I just moved over here under this crepe myrtle tree. There are my pumpkins. I took them out of the pot and put them in the ground. They seem to be doing better in the ground. We have mixed carrots, tomatoes, romaine lettuce, cucumbers, and a melon. Scallions in the middle. These are beans. Here, look at the string beans. Let's take a look from this area. If you could see the string beans, this will get full in no time. Here's another one. And they taste really good. I've already been taking a few off of there. And sweet potatoes, yuca, and another mullein. And back there, like I said, rosemary, oregano, and dill. The dill is kind of hard. Yeah, Florida's beautiful. I'm going to do the rainforest. It'll be a little retreat. I posted, if you look at some of the other videos of mine, you want to make a garden so bad. Okay, so this is what you can do so they don't die. Do you have an outdoor garden or are you using windowsills? and I'll try to help you figure out what's going on. Windows or you have outside space? Outdoor, okay. First, pick an area. Now, when you pick the area, you want that area to have sun and shade. As you can see, I'm under the tree, right? I'm under the tree, but over there, the sun sits right on top of that area. So you have to pick the plants that only want sun, like those sunflowers. They want sun all day. They want the entire day's worth of sun. So those are what you put in the direct sun. Then something like I showed you, the chamomile, which is dying off, and I just planted it a few days ago because it's drying out, so that you can give it sun, but it can take shade. Lavender specifically does not like a lot of water, so you have to learn each one. Like if you have family members, you learn what each one likes and what it doesn't like, and you focus on one plant. Once you see that one thriving, then you go to your next plant. Okay, so that's the easiest way to do it. And make sure you have soil that you continue to feed nutrients. A lot of these plants like nitrogen, tomatoes specifically like eggshells, you can do that. Or you can start with a little pot of herbs. You can do maybe some sage and make a little herb pot, just like I did over there. And start with a small area. You can even take a little tub like I did here. This is going to be in 4 sections. So I'm going to, right now it's dry. It was soaking wet this morning because we had a downfall, but it's dry. When I asked the family what kind of seeds they would like, and these will be flowers. Then we will put 4 different types of flowers. But as you can see, that side is sunny and this side is shady. So that's what you want to do. You want to look at the plant and see what the plant wants. You had a snake plant in your house. Snake plants are very hard to kill. Snake plants really only need to be watered once a month. You don't need to water a snake plant. They're succulents. So think of desert, and that's how you think of plants. Desert or tropical or temperate, like New York, where you get all 4 seasons. But a snake plant is a succulent. If you could squish it like an aloe, those are succulents. So those don't need water. Very rarely do they need water. Think of desert. You were giving it water. Oh no, definitely not every week. Once a month is good, or every 3 weeks. But they have water in the leaves, so that water feeds them until they find another source of water. And that, think of desert. Anything that's a succulent, you want to plant in the sun, and you want to put it in dry soil so it doesn't get saturated because it's already filled with water. Okay? And yeah, snake planters, you can try it again. Don't give up. That's what I would say. Don't give up on your plants, because it's so rewarding when you do get something to grow. It's very rewarding. And then from there, you build your encouragement, and then you start picking out other plants that you can work with. Okay? So look at all this catnip. This is all catnip. There's a lot of catnip. So, yeah. So if anyone else has any questions, let's see what else I have to do. I'll be back. So again, you're gonna treat these just like the roses, okay? You're going to inbox me so you'll know what to do. Okay, great. Beautiful. I'll be waiting for you, okay? This is the same way that I just showed you the roses. You cut off an end on the bottom, enough so when the water is not touching the top leaves, okay? Cut it on an angle, bruise it a little bit where you take off the leaves. So you're gonna remove those. Maybe you wanna eat them. It's oregano. Oregano is the plant to have in your house. This is a medicine for everything, everything. So now that you took off the leaves and you can see where they were, I'm gonna scrape it. See? Let me see if I can put you closer. I scraped it. I'm gonna do the same to the side in random places. They don't have to be even. And then you put it in water, okay? And you just keep watching it every couple of days to make sure that you get a little root system. When your roots are about as long as your thumb, then you can put it in the soil. Make sure the soil is treated, okay? And so let's see what else we're gonna do. Hey, I didn't get my 3, did I miss my challenge? I don't see it up there anymore. I think it says first gift challenge. Let's see what that one is. It says, I don't know what it's talking about. But anyway, so that's how you germinate from cuttings. And you can do that primarily with a lot of plants. A lot of plants are very adaptable to propagation with water. There's very few that really don't like to be propagated from clippings. But mostly everything on the planet started from clippings. Something fall off a tree, you get a storm, tree branches fly across the street. Some seeds take root and some continue flying away. Okay. Okay, it is 3:30. That must be what you did wrong. Okay. So we have the mullein that is up for grabs. Let me ask you a question, and you can win this whole bouquet of mullein once it dries out. Okay? So let's see, what's a good question? Let me think of a good question, and then we'll see if somebody wants to win. There's only one person here. Free mullein. I'll be back. Okay, so once the mullein dries, this is what it's going to look like. Let me put you over here in the sun. I'm trying to protect my phone. But this is what it'll look like. It'll be crunchy. You can hear it crunching. And it goes from that to this. So although they're long, they do shrivel because they have a lot of water inside them. Almost like the aloe, these have lots and lots of water. So a leaf could be 20 inches, like down here. It'll go from that to that. That's what you're going to get. Once it dehydrates and dries out, it'll go from there. As you could see, the leaves are pretty much the same size, except that they've been cleaned, the edges have been trimmed, and they are dried out. And you can hang your plants on a string. I prefer to hang them indoors because once you wash them, there's no point in putting them back outside where the bugs will get back on it. So it's better to just go ahead and leave them indoors until you sell them and they do what they do. Let me see, what's the question? Hello everyone. Okay, so hi Tammy, hi LB Graham. So this is what I had in my little apothecary, the eardrops that come from that mullein flower. Just the top, right there. So the whole stem, those little yellow buds, you can soak them in the olive oil and you'll have eardrops even for your children. It's very mild, just the flowers alone. Which plant, Yanni? Which one? The mullein? Which one? So the mullein, this here, is good for respiratory, asthma, bronchitis, COVID, for the leaves and the root, and even the stem. The entire plant is usable. But the flowers specifically, I'll take you over there again. The flowers are for the eardrops. Just the flowers and olive oil. You have a 9-month-old? Yeah, it's very gentle. So they sell it. I sell it and you can get it other places. But if you see these little buds, they should be open any day. And all those little buds will be the little yellow flowers that you make the eardrop with. And 1-2 drops a day and you'll be fine. Now this one, they're all the same age, but this one is growing an additional stem. And then it'll have the buds. But you can see the little buds coming out right there. And then more stems around the plant. So that is what the mullein is for. Okay, let me take a look and see what's the prices on there. These, I'm gonna open this. I can repackage it so you can see what you get. This is $8. That's in my shop. And I had a physical shop here in Texas. But because I'm all over the place, let me just open this So you can see the packaging, and it says eardrops here. Let's open the packaging. I do secure packaging. I have the alarm on there. So this is it. It's clear, as you can see. It says eardrops. And there was just this plant with the olive oil. Okay. And so that's what it looks like. And you have a dropper, as you can see inside. There's a little dropper in there. So if the baby's 9 months, you would do just the tiniest little bit. You can actually rub it around the ear. And that is it. I gotta be careful what I say because they definitely will kick me off. So I am a certified herbalist amongst 20 other different things, but so that is it. So those are $8. That was the price tag on there. So let me see, it's almost time. It's almost time for me to finish up here, and then I have some things to do inside. I have to extract that dandelion, and I have some other things, salts and stuff, but look through the entire page and you'll see all the things that I sell. You'll see the shop, the apothecary, you'll see everything. So you get an idea of what I do on this channel. And I've been doing this for about 2020, since 2020. So my question to win is, what is, hi Isabel, to win this mullein, the question is, what herbal plant that you have actually in your home that you can use for medicine? Think of a plant that you have in your house that you can actually use that doubles as a medicine. Food is medicine, and medicine is food. So if you can think of one, you will definitely be able to take this home, all this mullein. So if you have family members that have asthma, they have long COVID, they have all these different conditions that are in the respiratory, bronchitis, what's the other one? COPD, all of these lung ailments, that's what this is for. And then if you pair it with that echinacea over there, it's like heaven, straight from heaven. Excellent medicine. So, now, forage around. Hello, how are you? I like your channel, actually. I like your channel. And thank you. You just got the #1 badge. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the likes. And so, hello. So if you can think of one thing that is in your spice cabinet that doubles, oh, thank you, Turmeric. Oh, excellent. You got it. You are the winner of that. When you inbox me, also inbox me an address, and I will send you a batch of that. Now, turmeric is phenomenal for high blood pressure. It is good for controlling the blood sugar. Turmeric is like an all around medicine. And that, I'm glad you're the one that won because you've been here for a minute now. So I'm actually glad that you won. And um, if the flowers bud, hopefully we can get to see those. So it's almost 4. I got 20 minutes left. I'm going to take it. Yes. Okay, great. Okay. All right. So that's what I've done for today. And right now, I need to do some things indoors, but I'm so excited that we have a plant called rue, R-U-E. We have skullcap over there now. We have the comfrey, which I have for since last week. And we have I believe, okay, we got the echinacea. So there's a few things here that we actually have that really going to get going that I can put in my apothecary. And I'm very excited about that. So, anyone have any questions? So that's pretty much it. I'm so excited for the sunflowers. Let me show you again. It has the little yellow. Let's say hi to the. Okay, so there they are. They were planted April 1st, and they are growing big. And this little guy, you can see the yellow. It's coming out. And there's more mullein. It's just amazing what these plants can do for you without having to go to a doctor for every little thing. Sometimes the doctor just gives you anything over the counter. Thank you very much. Thank you. Do you see that mullein? Look at that. 2 years. These came from North Carolina. My daughter and my son-in-law brought me 3 stems, and I didn't think they were going to survive here in Texas. And look at those. Look at that huge one. Huge. Then the big sunflower over there that's just about my height. Let's see. This one is called the mammoth sunflower. So this one is a for fence. This one is it's more than halfway now. So there's this beautiful shiny head. He's still in the makeup room getting his face ready for the showtime. And I can't wait. Look at that. It's so gorgeous. And so, yeah, so there's more catnip there. I'm rerooting some more. And that's all you have to do is just put them in some water and they'll start. See, it says April. This is not even 6 weeks. And it's already this big. Just about 5 feet. And so there you have it. There's the medicine garden. There's the food garden. And I am pretty much done. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mullein is such a versatile and amazing. Oh, it is incredible. Let me tell you, I don't know if you guys were here, but when COVID came, my COVID test came back negative. 7 people in the house came back positive. I was so excited. it was a false negative. So by the time everyone left that January 7th, I started getting this really crazy dry cough. The cough lasted for 4 months. 4 months. So I had some echinacea and I had some mullein, and there's one more that I usually put in there. So 4 months later, fast forward, it's like 2:30 in the morning. I'm coughing my brains out, and I see this word like God said, mullein, echinacea. I jumped out the bed at 2:30. I run to the pantry. I make myself a tea, and I kid you not, 24 hours after 4 months of coughing my brains out, a dry cough, not even phlegm, just completely dry cough. 4 months later, in one night, 24 hours, that mullein really did a good job. It actually cured me in 24 hours. Hi, Nyla. Here comes the cat. She's like she is the steward of the garden. She has 3 legs. Let me show you her. It's a big girl. Oh, she's a big old girl. Oh, she's a big girl. She's a big girl. Hi, Nyla. One of her back legs was amputated. Go bye-bye. She doesn't know her leg is gone. She's a tricycle. She has no clue that her leg is gone. She just thinks she was born just like that. And she's a very, very good cat. She comes out, and you'll see her in other videos, and she will be out here monitoring the plants for me. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. It is just about 4 o'clock. So I thank you all for the likes, and Yanni, you won, so you will get that fresh. So this is what happens. Let me show you one time again, so you don't be disappointed when you get your package. So for the eardrops, you can Cash App. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so it's gonna be dry, crunchy. This is before, when I just picked it. This is after, okay? After they're nice and dry. See? Like potato chips. So you'll get this, Yanni, in the mail, all right? And God bless you all. What do you do when you get it? You can store it just like you store oregano and parsley. You can put it in a jar and put it right in your pantry. It doesn't need any special treatment. Just make sure you put a label on it that says mullein. I'll put a label in there for you, actually. I'll prepare a label for you. But I'm more than likely gonna have to fold it so it can fit in an envelope. And I appreciate you sticking around, and you will definitely be seeing this in the mail. God bless you all. Have a great day. Be safe, and happy Memorial weekend coming up. Have fun, but be safe. God bless. You too. Be safe.